Do you ever feel that everyone else has it all worked out and you are just trying to keep up? Well, you're not alone. Self confidence doesn't just appear by itself, it comes from taking risks, it comes from learning from mistakes, and it comes from the subtle art of quietly backing yourself. Hello, my name is Shuvra Deb. I'm a former attorney and lawyer turned speaker, coach, and confidence trainer. After 20 years in the corporate world, I learned that true, authentic self confidence doesn't come from big titles or achievements. It comes from self acceptance, self belief, and real authenticity. And that's what this mini series is all about, helping you build real, lasting, and true self confidence that will stand the test of time. In each of these mini tutorials, I will be speaking about one particular aspect of self confidence, and I will be giving you a tool, a tip, a technique that you can action in the moment straight away. This isn't about being a different person or being or feeling dissatisfied with who you already are. This is about becoming a more self confident version of who you already are, a more resilient version of who you already are. It's probably quite well known by now that true self confidence doesn't come from being the loudest or the richest or the most bolshy person in the room. No, it comes from somewhere far deeper inside, and it has to be authentic because without that, it's not going to be long lasting. It's not going to stand the test of time. And so it's not about faking it until you make it, something I'm sure you've all come across that phrase. It's a phrase that I actually disagree with because there's no guarantee that the person you're faking will actually genuinely manifest as the person you want to be. Because in order for the real thing to manifest, it has to be from somewhere meaningful and it has to come from inside you, somewhere where you are comfortable. And the good news is that confidence is a skill that can be built, it can be honed, it can be crafted, it can be improved upon. One of the reasons we may be tempted to fake it until we make it is that there may be a part of ourselves that we haven't fully accepted as yet. For example, when I left legal practice after 20 years of being in the same industry environment and around the same kind of people, I felt the weight of judgment of others on my shoulders very deeply. The judgment I felt from former peers, from family members, even from some friends weighed heavily on me. And so that meant that my authentic creativity was actually stifled, and I didn't even realize it at the time. It also meant that I was subjecting myself to a lot of self judgment. I was failing to accept the part of myself that I was becoming, the speaker, the coach, the intuitive healer. The choices I had made, I was struggling to accept. And this is what led to the self judgment, the opposite of self confidence. If you feel you may be experiencing something similar, you may be experiencing your own version of imposter syndrome right now, then here's something you can do straight away to help you with that. Without judgment, bring to mind something around which you may be experiencing your own version of imposter syndrome. And then ask yourself, if I truly accepted this part of me, this part of my choice that I have made, how would my life be different? If I truly accepted this part of me, how would my life experience be different? How would I move? What would I say? What would my posture be like? How would I feel? And then, if it helps, take a few moments to journal on that, on those feelings, on that new life experience that you would be having with that acceptance in place. And if you're a meditator like me, you may wish to take some time to meditate on that feeling, on that question, and then see what comes up for you. When I realized what I was doing, allowing other people's opinions to affect how I felt about myself, and then I started to accept what I had chosen to do, this work, I felt a huge weight lifting from off of my shoulders, and I felt able to be much more authentic. It is a process to get there, and this journaling exercise, this answering the question, is a wonderful first step. Having that awareness around it is a wonderful first step. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, there will be more mini tutorials. And if you'd like to explore things deeper, then there are some notes in the comments below for you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.